back. Depressed about the world. Depressed about the world. Sitting here with my dolly, just like, I can't believe these things can happen. And you'll get what I'm talking about as soon as we get into it, because I can't believe it. Like, anyways. So, anyways. So, we're talking about a South African killer couple that I'm sure none of you have ever heard of unless you live in South Africa from the 80s to the 90s. Okay. Uh, it was a guy that, you know, was born in 1933. I don't give a shit about him. It's a piece of crap. Anyways, he grew up a boring life. People say he gave off weird energy. I bet he did. I bet he did, until he, found a woman that, pretty much was like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, take care of me and let's have kids, whatever. She marries him. He marries a couple of times, and he's a police officer. And people are like, yeah, we couldn't think of anything that was weird about him at first, but then, come to think about it, yeah, uh, he has the freaking check marks of serial killers, how they like to hurt animals, and you know what I mean? Yeah, he had a really, really bad thing with control. Just being a police officer, while in apartheid, uh, city, didn't, you know, it didn't make him happy, even though he was able to, beat on people and, get away with all of that, right? It wasn't enough. He wanted to go for it. So he quit, started a construction company, and like I said, his wife divorced him, one of his wives, because he was married a few times, and was at a church picnic. Now, at the church picnic, it's a weird little lady there, just like him, looks out of place, but looks like someone's gam gam. Looks like she's gonna go make you some cookies or something. And so, he goes and talks to her, and well, hey, it's a match. Okay, so he would play with her and see how far she would allow him to, I guess, because she was up at age, and you know what I mean, she just take anything, any kind of man. So whatever he wanted, she'd go for it, right? And so he, put her into his freakish things that he was into. Okay, so whenever I notice, whenever it's a woman involved, in kidnapping kiddos, the kiddos trust it because it's a woman, for God's sakes, right? Especially an older woman like that, she looks like the church lady from SNL. If you look her picture up, her name's Joey Ho. you know I'm not saying her whole name. She a Joey Ho. Okay, so they lived in three different houses, and then the final house was like a fortress. Okay, he had that thing all buckled up, like, you know what I mean. He never parked out front. He parked inside, the compound. It was a compound. you know it was a damn compound. If you look at it before they tore it down. I don't know, the police, I'll tell you later. Anyways, so her niece comes out. Her niece comes up missing. A few girls come up missing. Um, and what? what she was doing was she was going to, going to ask to fill out applications to become foster parents, even though by this time, this guy, okay, he quit his job as a police officer and became a file. Okay, he was a file. Okay, two little girls, and he didn't get as much time as he needed to. They let him out. I guess they don't have a list there, or you know what I mean. Why the hell would she think, oh yeah, let's go and even though you've been locked up for messing with little girls, let's become foster parents. Doesn't make any sense to me, but I guess they just don't, pay a damn attention down there. I don't know how they thought they would get away with that, but thank God, it failed. Somebody was on their P's and Q's, okay? Um, so he started a construction company, and it wasn't doing anything really, but they were able to take these vacations and this and that, and you know what I mean? And people are like, like, where's the money coming from? But whatever, maybe retirement. Who knows? Maybe he's got a loan. Because they were always taking, going to the beach houses, you name it, you name it. What? You name it. They did it. Okay. So that's why they started thinking later on. I mean, this happened in the 80s, ended in the 90s, and it's last been talked about in 2017, and they have new, people who work X crimes, people selling, you know, people, um, and have been approached. And it does not seem like the local police want to, they seem kind of, are y'all protecting yourselves, or are you protecting, higher ups? Like, with this Steam thing going on, everybody's looking all itchy. So they picked up a 14-year-old. This was their mistake. Picked up a 14-year-old, and they're like, hey, we need a babysitter. She should have looked at them and been like, y'all old as hell. How you need a babysitter? Who had kids? But anyways, she went to the house. As soon as she got in the house, she's looking around. Boom, handy. They put handcuffs on her, and messed around with her, and then threw her into a closet. But through all that, even though they had a damn compound, this little 14-year-old was a fighter. She fought her way up out of there and turned them in. And for, the police actually listened and watched them for 3 days, and they took them on a chase. And while they were running away from the police, uh, this idiot Schmeals, the love of his life, and himself, like took themselves out of it, you know. Still, all the little girl stuff that, were missing, her niece's stuff, like it's there, but no traces of blood, even though they ended up knocking down the house. They found bones, but it was not bones of human beings, it was bones of animals. But later on, they checked a sec right uh, right around the corner, which is right by where their house was, and a little girl's bodies, bones were found, chopped up. You could tell it'd been chopped up. So, I mean, if you guys have the time, look into that case. I mean, it's still people working on it. It's still people that haven't given up. Thank God, because the damn police they don't give a damn down there apparently, or they're involved. Gutrin, yeah, yeah. South African couple from 1980 to the 90s. Look it up. It'll make you sick. It'll make you sick. You guys have a great night. Spock is having a goddamn, I don't know, heat flash or something. So I have to end it here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just getting into it too. But hugs and kisses, my fiends and ghouls. Love you. Have a great night.